Okay, so we have the 4x8 all set up. Did that in a different video. This video, I am going to set up this tent right here, which is a 4 foot by 4 foot tent, which is going to go right in this area here. This is actually a perfect spot to put it. It's going to give me just enough space to have both a 4x4 grow tent with this 4x8 grow tent right next to it. So I'm going to set this up. Looking at the instructions on this one, I was going to tell you guys that I'm going to go against the instructions, but looking at the instructions, they have you assemble the base first, some of the poles that come up from the base, and then they actually have you lay it out and build into the actual canvas. So that's what I was going to originally do with the 4x8 grow tent, but the instructions went against it, and I wanted to follow the instructions and show you guys from the instructions how it gets set up. Anyways, we are going to pretty much go by the instructions this time around. I'm going to lay everything out and then just build in to the base. And then of course you assemble the rest of it, and then you go up and pull the canvas over the actual frame. And then you basically zip everything up, also with the drip pan in the bottom, and then the pieces up top, the light bars up top as well. Okay, so I'll pull this out the box. I will lay everything flat. Got the time lapse going right here, so we're going to get that all throughout the entire build. And yeah, let's just get into it. All right, I found the bottom. See, it's right here, so I'm going to build into this part of the bottom. I also sorted some of these pole tent pieces, and the lighting is shining in there. Makes it difficult to see, but we've got the D's right here. These are the corner pieces. We have 8 of these. We've got the light bars, which are going to go on last. We've got 8 pieces of A. We've got 4 of B, and then we've got 4 of C. So A is going to be around the base. A's with the D's on the corner. We're going to build up a B, build up a C, and then we're going to have the A's around the top with the D's again. The first bit is installed, so we have the A pieces coming along, connecting with the D pieces, and then the B pieces coming up. Now I'm going to put the C's up, and then build out the rest of the frame with the A's and the D's up top. The frame is now completely built, and I am going to pull the canvas over the frame, and then this is going to be the most challenging part, I guess, but it's not too bad. You can do it with one person for sure. I did the 4x8 with one person, which is definitely more challenging than this will be, but yeah, let's pull it over and go from there. Got the top flap over it. I got it nice and snug. Once you complete this part, it's smooth sailing from here, but making sure all these corners are nice and snug in there, have a nice good fit. Sometimes this right here overlaps, so you kind of need to fix this because this flap right here helps prevent light leaks. So untangling this or untucking this is definitely the way to go. So next up really is just to take the remaining piece here, pull it up, zip it all around and close the tent, and then seal up all these ventilation socks. So let's get into that. So I zipped up the top part there. I like to zip up the top first, and then I have to go back here and find the zipper. I'll find the zipper for the bottom. Usually you can zip it all the way to that side, and then just come all the way around. Zip this up. Now the tent is fully enclosed. I'm going to open it back up and close up the ventilation socks, stuff like that. But this is what it looks like when it is completely closed in. At this point, I'm going to take off one of these rectangle vent covers, just with Velcro right there. I'm going to leave this one open for airflow and the back one open for airflow as well. Before I slide it into the little nook that is next to the 4x8, I'm going to slide this back, but I want to make sure I'm removing these covers first, because once I move it in, I'm not going to be able to access it. Got the 4x4 right next to the 4x8 now. I've got a little bit of room here, a little bit of space to work here, as well as space to work over here. I might actually move all these tents down a little bit because I've got no space on that side, and I'll probably need it to run power. But yeah, this is what it looks like fully assembled. Now I need a couple more things need to be done. First, I'm going to close off these ventilation socks. They are double layered in here. All I'm going to do is pull these tight. Hard to do with one hand. Connect this to seal it in as much as possible all the way up. And I'm going to do the same thing with the second one. And this is what it looks like when it's completely sealed. And what I like to do is sometimes just tuck in the string to the side right here. Some people just let the string hang down. Either way is good. This one was already closed off from before. This is a tent that I've already been using it. Just relocated to a new area, and now I am getting it going again. All of the ventilation socks are now closed tight. Now some people are going to say, well, why did you close this one off? Because this one you can use for your ventilation. Well, I can use this one. I can use other ones. Probably I'm going to use the top one. That's the one I like to use. And I also kept the couple rectangle vents open. This one right here is open. This one right here is open. This one right here is closed. I might actually switch things up a little bit. I might actually open up that one and close off that one because the ventilation's up there. But that is a deeper conversation for the next video, which is going to be on ventilation. A couple more things to show you here with the grow tent before we end this video. Closing that up real quick. We've got the window right here. So easily can see plants. This can also be rolled up. Something like this, difficult to do with one hand. I could do a better job with two hands, but that's another way to go about it. For now, I'm just going to keep it completely sealed. I also did want to show you that these doors, in order to hold them open easily, there is a piece of Velcro here, which you can actually use to tuck back and connect it right here to keep the door open. Now the door's open, I can work in here pretty easily without worrying about the door flapping in and potentially hanging over here, becoming a trip hazard, for example. So let's get in the spill tray. I'm gonna put the spill tray in there and then the light bars up there, and then we'll be good to go. I did notice a little bit of debris around here in the corners in particular, but like I mentioned before, this tent has been used before, so I do just want to vacuum it up real quick. Just vacuum up the large particles, and then I'll do I think I'm gonna do a separate video on actually cleaning a grow tent. What do you guys think? You wanna see how a grow tent can be cleaned? Let me know down in the comment section below. So I placed the spill tray down. I have connected it around 3 of the grow tent poles. I'll show you how the last one is connected here. It's simply a piece of Velcro. So you undo the Velcro, wrap it around the pole, and then you connect it to itself. And now it's a snug fit. Push it down a little bit. Might need to be evened out a little bit, but now the spill tray is properly installed into the grow tent. For the grow tent bars up top, you may or may not be able to see that they are slightly different. 2 of these are the same, and one of them is a little bit more narrow. So this one right here, the shape of it is a little bit more narrow, the one on the right there. Again, difficult to do with just one hand here. And then different shape kind of comes out more on the left. The 2 on the left, actually, the one on the back there, is also the same shape. We're gonna put on the one on the right first. So this one right here goes on first. So that one goes on first, and the others are gonna basically lay underneath it. And the reason why, see, this one dips down even more, is to allow the space. So we'll put this one on, and it rests right underneath it. The other bar is the exact same. We're gonna put it right next to it. All right, the other light bar is now installed. Now some people, what they do is they just hang their light ratchet on this one, and it provides the additional support with these crossbars. Or sometimes what I like to do is clip them on both. Either way is fine, but this is the way that I typically like to put up the light bars. And you can also actually have your ventilation in here as well. Some people will slide this bar all the way down, and they'll actually have their ventilation in here, for example, or here's the ventilation sock, so they'll have it over this way. But again, that goes into ventilation, which is going to be the next video in this series. So if you want to see me install the ventilation, carbon filter, ducting, inline fan, click the video right here, and you will get to that. Peace out, everyone. Catch you in the next episode.